Greetings, Louisiana educators. My name is Maya Bennett, and I'm a teacher engagement manager with the ASSISTments Foundation. The ASSISTments Foundation has partnered with the Louisiana Department of Education to support Accelerate in the area of math. We are so excited about this partnership and hope that you'll find great value in using the ASSISTments platform to support not only your core math instruction, but your work toward acceleration. So what is ASSISTments? ASSISTments is a forever free formative assessment math platform that empowers teachers to assign content straight from their curriculum to students via Google Classroom or Canvas. Our content library contains open educational resources like Eureka Math, Illustrative Mathematics, Jump Math, and open up resources. And we know that with consistent use, ASSISTments is proven to accelerate math learning. ASSISTments was named one of 3 middle school math platforms to receive a Tier 1 rating for evidence for ESSA. We were named one of 4 top-rated programs for distance learning by What Works Clearinghouse. And in classrooms using ASSISTments, 75% more learning was realized according to SRI International. ASSISTments enhances the typical teacher routine and makes their lives easier and more informed by data. So instead of a teacher assigning content to students from a workbook or via a worksheet, teachers are able to assign content online to students from our content library, straight from their curriculum. Then instead of students completing that work in their workbook or paper pencil, they can complete that assignment online and receive immediate feedback while doing so. Instead of a teacher having to manually grade all of those assignments, the teacher is provided with a dynamic, actionable data report to use to inform their instruction. Then that data can be shared with students to amplify impact. So what curriculum materials are available in ASSISTments? I am so glad you asked. For Eureka Math, we have problem sets, exit tickets, assessments, both mid-module and end of module, as well as homework for grades 1 through 5, fluency support for grades 1 through 8, and classwork for grades 1 through 5 and high school. For illustrative mathematics, we have all practice problems, student-facing tasks, cool downs, and assessments. I'd love to now share with you what our platform looks like and what's available to you once you create an account. So once you create an account and log into ASSISTments, you'll know you're in our system because you'll see your name in the upper right-hand corner. Then you'll be able to browse content in our content folders. Like I said, we have illustrative mathematics, Eureka Math, open up resources, and dun, 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 LDOE acceleration resources. I'll demonstrate how you can use those tools a little bit later. But we also have skill builders, which are mastery practice for students across standards. We have those for grades 2 through high school, as well as problem solving sets. I don't know if you're anything like me, but I always worried that I would run out of practice problems for students. And ASSISTments has really solved that problem by providing additional problem-solving opportunities for students. So really excited about the depth of our content library. Now, let me show you exactly how to assign content to students. First, you'll select your curriculum, then your grade level, the unit and lesson that you are teaching, and there you'll find all of the independent practice for students, the practice problems, student-facing tasks, and cool down. You can select all items in this problem set or just the ones of your choice. For this demonstration, I'm going to choose this guy as well as this guy. Then, with just the click of a button, you can assign to your class. And just like that, your assignment was successfully created. Now let's check out the student experience. Students will simply log in to Google Classroom and select your class. From there, they'll go to classwork, click on the assignment, and then click the embedded link to access that assignment. Now, once students arrive at the assignment, they will work out the problems, enter their answer, and receive immediate feedback. You'll notice that students who get the problem right on the first try receive 100% full credit and get that green check mark. Now, on the next problem, the student tries, works it out, does their best, but unfortunately doesn't get the answer correct on the first try. You'll notice the progress bar went down to 67%, but there is still an opportunity to earn credit. Student tries again, unfortunately, incorrect, but encouraged to try again. The progress bar has now gone down to 33%, but there is still an opportunity to receive credit. Student enters their third attempt and gets it right, preserving that 33% credit and getting a green X in their progress tracker. Moving on to the next problem, the student works it out, enters 9, and is provided with a suggestion. This suggestion then helps the student try again. Unfortunately, didn't get it right on the second try. They're feeling a little bit discouraged, so they click show answer. And their progress bar goes down to 0, so they won't earn credit for this question, but they are able to move on to the next question once they enter the correct answer. And now I'd love to show you what students are able to do on an open response question. So students can enter text by simply typing on their keyboard, or they can insert an image from their device. Doing so is super simple and it populates right there. Or students can use math type to enter their response, giving them the flexibility to display their answers mathematically. Once students submit their answer and finish the assignment, they are immediately provided with a student report that lets them know how they did on the assignment. If they forget the problem, they can simply hover over the item to be reminded of exactly what that problem was. So, like I said, students get a ton of feedback as they work to complete their assignments in ASSISTments. Just a quick reminder, students receive that immediate feedback and their progress bar tracks their attempts and efforts. Now, as you can see on your screen, this is when I get really excited. Teachers receive actionable data once students complete their assignment. So let's go back into our platform and let me show you exactly where to find that data. So in your account, right, you see your name in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to select My Assignments, and that tab will take you to all of the assignments you've created, and that's how you access the data. So I'm gonna view a data report for an assignment completed by Minnie for the purposes of this demonstration. At the very top of your screen, you're gonna see progress cards that tell you which of your students haven't started the assignment, which students are in progress with the assignment, how many students have completed the assignment, and how many students you assigned the assignment to. Immediately, you'll notice this beautiful bar graph, which is a performance summary. By problem, it shows you exactly how students perform. The students that got it right on the first try, students who got it right eventually, and students who needed to click show answer to get credit for to move on to the next problem. If you want to see the problem that is represented by the bar graph and a breakdown of how your students performed, simply click on the link, and in the right-hand panel, you will be provided with an overview of that problem. When you scroll down, things get really interesting. I'm going to display names for the purpose of this demonstration, but you always can hide names so that you can then share this data directly with students. Now, in the detailed report, what you have is a problem average, which tells you as the teacher how your kiddos did by problem, pointing you to the problems in which students need some additional support and reteaching. You'll also get information about common wrong answers, which highlights for you, the teacher, common misconceptions that your class has related to that problem, empowering you and enabling you to then target that misconception with your class and facilitate really rich math discourse. Now, you'll get a average score for the assignment for the whole class, but you'll also get an average score by student. So that helps you to identify the students who need that additional support. The colored bubbles here tell you how students performed on each problem. So demo student A got the first problem right on the first try. On the next 3 problems, the student did get the answer correct, but it took them multiple tries. The X's indicate the number of attempts, and the triangles let you know when a student requested a hint from our system. Sometimes hints are available for students too, as well as explanations that show them exactly how to work out the problem. And when we see a red bubble, we know that the student needed to click show answer and didn't earn credit. So that points you to a misunderstanding on the student's part, or just a lack of understanding of the content. Then you have information about the total time spent. So this is really rich data that you as the teacher can use to inform your instruction. In addition to the problems report, we have the standards report, which breaks down the assignment by standard. This report tells you how many problems were on the assignment that correlate to the standard indicated on this report, and correspondingly, how students performed by standard. So if you are taking a standards-based approach to your math instruction, then this standards report will give you all the insight and information that you need to support students on their trajectory toward standard mastery. So a really incredible report that helps teachers identify standards where students are struggling, as well as standards where students are thriving. So that is a view of the data available to teachers in ASSISTments. Again, you get the student details, performance summary, the title of the lesson, progress cards to let you know how students are moving through the assignment, as well as that detailed report. And again, the standards report indicates the standards represented in the problem set, the number of problems that align with that standard, and the student's average score across problems that are aligned to that standard. So really, really rich data for you to use as the teacher. So what do you do with that data? How do you use that data to impact instruction? Ms. Kim Kelly would like to share with you exactly how she uses the data and how it has transformed her classroom.
I'm Kim Kelly. I'm a 7th grade math teacher at Skyview Middle School. I feel like homework is a very important instructional practice, but it's very frustrating trying to figure out how to collect it, how to assess it, how to provide that feedback to the students. Before ASSISTments, I would actually start class with, get out your homework and let's check it. And we wouldn't even start any math until 10 minutes into class.
Here's what I need for you to do. You're going to get out your homework from yesterday, and you are going to check your answers. Where's your homework? You don't have it, okay? Are you done checking? Boys, are you done checking? Okay, does anyone have any questions? Any of them that you want me to go over with you? 161 centimeters. How'd we do? Feel pretty good about them?
With ASSISTments, my homework procedures can be far more efficient. I can dive right into the common misconceptions, where the errors are. I know where we're struggling better than they do.
68% class average. This is the question we just looked at. The other question that was not so hot, 43% correct.
The burden of finding the starting point is off of me, it's off of the students. We can rely on the data to help us identify the starting points for our discussion. I can launch my class with a common wrong answer or a problem where I identified a weakness. Every step of my lesson is driven in a meaningful way.
Is this line right here part of the perimeter? Yeah, so we need to fill it in and add them. That one too. That was first common mistake, forgetting to add in those two sides.
It benefits the students, but just as much it benefits the teachers. I'm able to identify the common misconceptions, which allows me to steer my instruction quickly to support my student learning.
And there's my correct answer, okay? So most of us were pretty close. Just a couple little common misconceptions that we were able to fix. Good?
Once you start using ASSISTments, the students have immediate feedback, so they're learning while they're doing their homework. And then as the teacher using that data to drive the homework review process, you spend so much less time going over the homework that the bulk of your classroom time now can be spent on the new instruction. Plus, all of the students are invested. The conversation is around common misconceptions. It doesn't matter if they completed their homework or they don't have it with them, they can participate in the class. There are so many different options available, but I want to be sure that what I'm investing my time in is research-based and proven to improve student instruction. And I can see with my own students a difference in their learning. It has actually changed my class.
Thank you, Miss Kelly. That video never gets old to me. It's always really inspiring to see a teacher implement anything that makes their lives easier and yields positive student outcomes. So really powerful example of how you can use the data to elevate your classroom. I want to make you aware of free ongoing webinars available through ASSISTments. We are constantly offering a variety of webinars to support teachers in their use of ASSISTments. So in the slide deck, you'll be able to click the link there on your screen to sign up for upcoming webinars. We have some exciting content to share with you and different strategies to really get the most out of our platform, and can't wait to see you there. So definitely wanted to plug our free and ongoing webinars. Additionally, as it relates to the Accelerate work in Louisiana, ASSISTment contains 100% of available LDOE acceleration diagnostics and tutoring exit tickets for grades 1 through 8, Algebra 1, and Geometry. In just a second, I'll show you exactly where they are, but you can find them on our website without an account by clicking that Explore Content button. Or if you have an account, you can just dig into that LDOE Acceleration Resources folder and begin assigning. For a complete list of LDOE content and ASSISTments, please click that link once you get the slide deck. Now, ASSISTment supports acceleration by enabling teachers to diagnose students online using LDOE acceleration tools and determine student readiness with the standards report, which assists teachers as they plan for tutoring intervention. Next, teachers deliver just-in-time aligned instruction with LDOE acceleration lessons, and teachers then monitor student progress by administering LDOE tutoring exit tickets online and evaluating student learning. And as you know, this cycle continues throughout the year. And as a result, student learning will grow. Student progress will rise. We are going to be able to finish that unfinished learning. Really exciting stuff. So before I get into how to assign these items, I'd love to show you where they live in our platform. So going back to the Find and Assign screen, we're going to scroll down until we see LDOE Acceleration Resources. There, you will see your curriculum or your high school folder, which then has Algebra 1 and Geometry. But looking at Eureka Math, we see that we have grades 1 through 8, modules and topics, diagnostics, tutoring exit tickets, ready to go, ready for teachers to use. So again, going back to that LDOE Acceleration Resources folder, once you click your curriculum, you'll then select your grade level, the module you're working on, and the topic in which you are about to instruct. There you will find the corresponding diagnostic and tutoring exit tickets, and this will help you to initiate the acceleration cycle. So, when assigning content related to the Accelerate work, we need to make sure that at assign time, we enable test mode. It's as easy as clicking the test mode button and sliding that switch until it turns blue. That lets you know that this assignment will be administered in test mode and students will no longer receive that immediate feedback, and they'll only get one attempt to respond to a question. This test mode feature provides a greater degree of flexibility in ASSISTments to not only assign content for practice informative mode, but also assign content for assessment in test mode. And just to remind you again, 100% of available LDOE acceleration tools and resources for grades 1 through 8, Algebra 1 and Geometry, can be found in that LDOE Acceleration Resources folder. Now, important to remember, when you are assigning these diagnostics and the exit tickets, make sure that all items remain selected. That's going to keep that data really valid and reliable for you. Additionally, when it's time to assign, you're going to want to make sure, as always, that you assign it to the correct LMS, to the correct class or classes, and most importantly, turn test mode on. And then you'll assign it to your class and they'll be able to access it immediately. We are so excited to be working with the Louisiana Department of Education on this initiative and want to support your districts and your schools directly. So please reach out to us so that we can offer that support to you as it relates to accelerating math learning in your schools. And you can reach us by emailing contact@assistments.org, or you can email me directly at maya.bennett@assistments.org. That's MAYA.BENNETT@assistments.org. And I would be more than happy to show and tell you how we can help you transform math learning for your kids. Thank you so much for your time today. And I look forward to seeing you at a free upcoming webinar and hearing from you about how we can support your Accelerate work. Thank you so much. Take good care.